Okay, so a lot of you have questions about um my name, and by a lot of you, I mean nobody, literally nobody has asked this. So, let me just put this into terms that I think everybody will be able to understand, okay? So, Australia denier. What really defines Australia? Cuz when you think about it, Australia just isn't a real thing. Here, I'll draw what people say Australia looks like. Okay? You see, you like a lot of people like to debate. It's in Oceania, but I don't think that. I don't think that Australia is real. Rather, and rather, I think we should take a look at this because, if we draw our little Australia again, kind of looks like a chicken leg or maybe like a dog. You draw like a nose here, legs, tail. It kind of looks like a dog. But, we're going to pretend that this is our little Australia that we are going to deal with. So, right here is this made up place called Brisbane. Okay? I can't write with a mouse. And then we have Sydney, right about here. But my question is, why are these named Brisbane and Sydney if they don't, if they're like within mile radius? And you're like, well, okay, that's irrelevant because they are two separate areas. No, because when you look at it like this, when you circle both of them in red, what do you get? You get a pig. You get a pig. Draw its little hooves and its little curly tail. Look at him. Isn't he so cute? Um and right now you're probably like, this is bullshit. You're bullshitting me, Kay. What are you selling? But I promise you, I am not a Mormon. Therefore, I'm not lying, right? So if we draw Australia one more, okay, that does not look like Australia. Okay, if we draw Australia one more time, we get this shape right here, right? You get orange. You connect all of the points that may be points, and what do you get? Oh my god, that is not a straight line. Holy shit. Okay, so you take your line. You connect these little points that we've created. This is something called something. This is called something. So when you think about it, once you have this, you can actually, fun fact, you can actually, this is a right angle. And therefore, because this is a right angle, these are parallel, which makes it an isosceles right angle, which means its ratios are 30 to 30 to 6. That doesn't sound right. Whatever, you get the point. It has a ratio of something. Therefore, that these two angles are congruent. You may be like, okay, this shit's just irrelevant. You're going on spewing about some bullshit about Australia and how it's not real. But to that I say, fuck you, because it's not real. So by taking this isosceles triangle and we take it, this isosceles right triangle, and we put it into proportion within a circle. That's not a circle. We put it into proportion of of a circle, okay? Listen. Okay? Look. So if you look very closely at this circle, you will seem to notice that Australia is not a circle. As you can see by this reference picture in the corner right here. This is a circle. This is the diameter. And these two are chords. What does this mean? This means that Australia is not proportionate because I lied. The chords aren't parallel. I mean, the chords aren't equidistant from each other. And how does this tie into everything, bro? How how does this how like can you explain to me how this works? Because if Australia is apparently real, then how come there's no Australians? Take that. That's what I thought. Yeah. Because everybody wants to talk about how Australians are real. To that I say, no, they aren't. Look. Look, this says it right here. They're not. They are not real. Look, ready. What the hell did I do? Let me put this into perspective. Oh shit. What did I do? So, you see how there are lines here? That was definitely intentional. If we take the Morse code of these lines. So, ready. This is my point. If you take the Morse code of these lines, you get something along the lines of I'm no Morse code expert. You know, you get something along the lines of Aussies are fake. Therefore, the isosceles right triangle that consists of Australia is telling us in Morse code, because of all of these lines over here, that Australians are fake. So, next time somebody tells you that they are from Australia, they are lying. Australia is simply not real. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That is why my name is Australia Denier, because nobody's Australian when you think about it. Okay? Ready? You know, really just to make it convincing. There we go. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.